There are plenty of opinions on how to plan for a successful retirement, but the truth is, a lot of conventional wisdom doesn't seem to work anymore. Back with us today are Gary Mattson and Taylor Steward. The father and son-in-law are part of the team at Mattson Financial, a full-service financial and retirement firm in Grand Rapids. They're also popular radio show hosts. And so, how can we be sure that we are doing the right things, that we're on the right track, preparing for our retirement?
Yeah, so first I think you kind of have to take an inventory. What are the tools in your toolbox? We have qualified retirement accounts. We have Social Security. Do you have pensions? There's a lot of different pieces that have to come together. So first and foremost is, like I said, taking the inventory of what we have to utilize and now how to best utilize it to make that plan successful. Utilizing the right tools for the right situations, taking income from the correct spots at the correct time to help maybe lower taxes. So there's just a lot of different aspects, but it really starts with that first planning portion is what do we have and how to organize it and make sure that it works, the best for your plan.
And what could a person's retirement look like if they are not doing the right things? It's kind of a scary thought.
Well, yeah, it could be the avenue where they thought they're going to have a certain amount of money coming in every month from Social Security and then their investments, and they found out it's been cut 30, 35, maybe even 40% because they're doing it wrong. Hey, I've got this money, I'm going to take this money in. We had a client that called up and her husband did all the financials, and she called up and says, I'm having all this money come out and I don't know what it's for. Well, we talked about taxes. She never had to deal with taxes her whole life, and her husband did it all. And now she's looking at it saying, okay, I'm having all this money, I'm in a new tax bracket, but I need more money now. What am I going to do?
Yeah, we've talked about the importance of having protected growth. Why is it more important to first focus on protection?
Yeah, so if you're in the position where you're getting really close to retirement, maybe you kind of got that date on the calendar already, checked, and 1 year from today, I'm walking out the door. Well, what are the markets doing now? What are they going to be like 1 year from now? Nobody has any idea, right? So we want to make sure that we protect those assets first, because 1 year from now, maybe we're looking at a 20 or 30% downturn. You don't have any of your assets protected, and now that is going to kind of damper how much money you can take out of these certain accounts. So protecting those assets first to make sure that you have that income flow is very important when you're coming up on retirement.
The same thing when you're in retirement. When those dollars are coming out to you, you don't want to lose 20 or 30% of those. That could be a year or two of income. So you want to make sure income flow is not putting pressure on by market conditions. Like Taylor said, making sure that income flows come to you even through retirement.
Yeah, so why is it really important to know the amount of risk in your plan? Why is that important?
There's a couple different aspects to that. I think it's important so people understand what to expect from the performance of different investments. So often we see people that come into retirement and they expect their accounts to, do 20, 30%, but they don't realize that they're taking too much risk. We need to back that down because we're in income mode, so we want to make sure that we're, keeping that paycheck going through retirement. So that's part of, kind of that overall plan.
So back to growth. Now that we've got protection down, what can help our money grow?
It's actually having money in the right position. Unfortunately, right now, a lot of retirees are taking too much risk in their portfolio. Those guaranteed dollars that they put in savings and CDs, they can't get a return there, and they want to get something, so now they're throwing those in the market. It's better to have your portfolio balanced. Get rid of the bonds. Bonds are not performing right now. So again, use an equity portfolio, something that has dividend-paying portfolio in it, and making sure the dollars are there, and keeping your safe money safe. That's okay. It's okay not to have the gigantic return on that we saw in the 80s, 13, 14% in savings. Those days are gone, so keep your emergency money handy, but also make sure you're not taking on too much risk.
Okay, so what can the combination of dependable income and Social Security do for a retirement?
Sounds like to me like you got a plan you're doing well on.
Yeah, so Social Security is great. It's going to help relieve some of the pressure off your portfolio, but you got to look at it from different aspects too. What is taxation going to be Like if you're taking money out of these qualified accounts, what's that? Is that going to bump up your tax bracket? Is it going to force, a portion of your Social Security to be taxable now? So you're taking out more money but getting less income. So it's just kind of a math game, right? You have to figure that out to make sure that money lasts you all the way through retirement.
Yeah, and you have something you'd like to offer our viewers.
Yes, for the next 5 callers that have $250,000 or more for retirement, if you feel your portfolio is taking on too much risk, we'll go ahead and sit down with you, show you where you're at, show you what you should be investing in and why.
Sounds good. Okay, so for you at home, if you want to learn more about being on the right track for retirement, Mattson Financial has a great offer right now for the first 5 callers that are retired or nearing retirement. They're offering a full-blown retirement plan just for you. This will allow them to sit down with you personally and provide you with a roadmap, analyzing where you are right now and discussing your best steps to really get ready for a successful retirement. A game plan to get you where you need to be. The number to call, 616-514-3831. Again, 616-514-3831. Gary, Taylor, thank you very much for stopping by our studio.
Thank you, Rachel.
Thanks for having us.